Each college in Corsava has been rated on important contributors to student success that many students have never considered. These contributors align with our Corsava cards. These ratings and impressions come from counselors, students, and public data sources such as iPads. When you search for a specific college, you'll see all of the ratings and impressions that have been added for that school. Use the drop-downs to explore all of the card categories, including college engagement, academics, campus culture, educational culture, student resources, extracurricular activities, and residential life. You can browse through to see the school's ratings and impressions in each of these categories. Adding your own ratings and impressions of colleges is a great way to share and store your knowledge. Once you've selected a college, you'll see an area to add your own ratings and impressions. You can search schools by a specific Corsava card. Let's say you want to learn more about colleges with film programs. Use the Corsava Cards tab on the left and under Academics, select Film. Now, you'll see a list of schools with film programs and their ratings. You can also load more results by clicking on the button below the list of colleges. Now, let's say you'd like to see all the schools that are rated for film and that also offer hands-on learning. On the left, under Educational Resources, select Hands-on Learning. This list of schools rank highly for film as well as offer hands-on learning. When the Sort By drop-down is set to Recommended, schools will be sorted by best fit based on the criteria that you've selected. You can narrow or broaden your search by filtering schools by their admit rate. The admit rate of a university is the ratio of the number of applicants offered admission to the total number of applicants. In the example of schools that offer film programs and hands-on learning, let's switch the Sort By drop-down to Admit Rate. Now, using the Admit Rate slider, choose the range in which you'd like to see schools. Schools will appear in order of admit rate from low to high. This is a good way to make sure that the schools you're looking at will be a good fit for a specific student. Another way to filter your college search is by location. Use the Location tab on the left to select the states in which you would like to see colleges. Any other criteria that you have selected will still apply. Let's say that we want to see colleges that are highly rated for their film program in the state of New York. You can still choose to sort schools by recommended or by admit rate. Now, you will see a list of schools in New York that are rated for their film program. You can use Corsava to get personalized lists of recommended colleges for your students based on their card sort results. The Students tab on the left will show your list of current and former students. Let's look at the recommendations for Lawson Olson. Clicking on a student's name will show you what they've selected as must-haves when they did their card sort. You can also view their would-be nices and their no ways. This list of recommended colleges is based on an algorithm that takes all of a student's card sort answers into account and compiles a specific list of colleges based on each college's impressions and ratings. Don't forget that you can sort and filter each student's list of recommended schools using admit rate. With a lower admit rate, a student might not have as many choices, particularly if they have selected specific cards that may be limiting their recommendations. Students' choices can be altered directly in the cafe to reveal new recommendations for that student. You can alter your students' recommended college list by removing cards from your students' must-haves, would-be nice, and no-way categories. Let's look at Samantha's recommendations. She might have more options if her must-haves didn't include communications and journalism. You can simply remove a card by clicking the X to the left of each card title. You can also view and alter your students' No Way cards. Small classes is probably limiting the recommended schools being shown. Now, you can see Samantha has more recommendations. To reset the list of recommendations and return to the student's original responses, click their name on the left.